Katie Ormerod, I guess it's been a very long 8 months since the Olympics, and I see you've got your foot strapped up again, but that's good news, not bad news, I gather.
Yeah, it has been definitely a roller coaster of an injury from what happened at the Olympics to now. And yeah, I've just had my 7th operation, and I decided to go in for the last one to get the screws taken out. And that was purely because I was just having too much pain when snowboarding and just general walking around as well. And I think that this is going to be a really good thing and help me back to snowboarding and be back to full fitness. So yeah, I'm excited to get walking around on it again and see if the operation was a big success.
So you say you've had the pins taken out now, and did you notice an immediate effect in terms of the pain, or?
Not really. I can only feel it when I walk around in it, and I'm non-weight bearing at the minute, so it's hard to tell. But the surgeon seemed really confident that the screws were the issue as they were digging into my Achilles. So I am excited just to try them out without them in there. So yeah, can't wait.
You say you've had 7 operations. I mean, it was a horrific injury. Presumably you knew as soon as you'd done it that it was very serious.
Yeah, as soon as I hit the ground, I knew it was bad. And I mean, I've had a lot of injuries over my career, but they were all paper cuts compared to this one. I've never experienced pain like it, and it was a really traumatising time, to be honest. And I definitely wouldn't want to go through anything like that again. But I'm going to come back stronger and fitter than ever. So I'm just looking forward to being fully healthy again and back on my board and get back to training as soon as possible.
Well, I noticed that you've actually been back on the snow, first of all indoors and then also in the mountains, but they were just very easy baby steps, I guess, just to test out how you felt on the snowboard.
Yeah, it was definitely early days being back on my board in the snow domes, but it was mainly just to test everything, and from doing that I realised that I was getting a lot of pain, so that's when I went back in for further scans, and that's led to this operation. So it was a good thing that I did it so early on to test it. But yeah, it was obviously too soon, but that's obviously why I'm now in this situation, and I'm going to come back quicker than I would have if I'd have left it any longer. So it was nice to be back on my board, even just cruising around, even though it was a little painful, and being in the mountains for a day in Dubai last week was amazing as well, just being in that whole atmosphere, and yeah, I definitely miss it.
And how about, have you managed with the fitness? Have you managed to try to keep up the fitness when you've been unable to actually put any weight on the foot?
Well, throughout my rehab, I've just basically been in the gym all the time, so I'm stronger than I've ever been in my whole life. Right now, I've only had this, I only had the operation on Monday, so it's only been a few days, but I'm going to get straight back into training next week. My physio team are some of the best in Europe, so they're making sure that I keep my muscles strong whilst I am partial weight bearing, so I don't lose any gains.
And presumably it'll be some time before you can go back to competing, or at least competing at the sort of level you were competing before. Have you got any sort of plans or timescale when you think you'd like to be back on the World Cup circuit?
I'm aiming to be back sometime this season, maybe at the end of the season. I'll probably get back on my board around January time. And then it just depends on when I get my tricks back and when I'm feeling good enough again. There's definitely no rush, which is nice this season, but I really love competing anyway, so I just want to get back to it as soon as possible and when the time's right.
So it'll be a little frustrating, I guess, watching what's going on when you can't be a part of it, but it's just a question of getting back into the proper frame of mind and the proper level of training and fitness to do so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is really hard watching everyone else go out to the mountains having a good time and doing really fun contests that I'm having to miss out on. But, everything happens for a reason, and I will come back stronger than ever. And I'm just looking forward to, it's good to have this time off, so then I can reflect on things, get stronger physically and mentally, and then come back and get to competing again, and hopefully I'll win some more medals.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. And I think, as we said at the time, you're only 20. I think you're 21 now. So Beijing in 4 years' time, in terms of the Olympics, is still very much a goal. Obviously, a lot more to happen in the meantime with the World Cups, though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm so young, so I could easily do another 2 Olympics. And I'm just so excited to get back to training and doing the Olympic qualifications for Beijing, and that's definitely one of my next big goals that I'm looking forward to. I mean, there's obviously other contests in between, but yeah, I'm just super excited to crack on with Beijing.
Well, thanks very much, Katie Ormerod. It's great to see you looking good and knowing that you are now finally on the road to recovery. We wish you well for when you do get back on the snow.
Thank you.